preview in terms of what's probably going to happen at the workshop, but currently I have no idea. It's just blank page.
Contact front! Get on the ground! Motherfucker!
We are invited as guests through a friend who introduced me to many people in the professional industry. He runs under Pirate Tactics on Instagram. They have a lot going on. There's different classes that are going on. There's basically a lot of high-level, high-performance people who are going to show up. So training besides a league of professionals is very flattering. And yeah, I'm kind of nervous. And France is a very special place for me because I used to live here, not at Alsace, a bit deeper in the French region.
C'est bon, on a trouvé le parking, mais on cherche encore l'hôtel. D'accord, merci.
MTP, méthode de tir pour les professionnels. Donc on est spécialisé dans la formation au tir pour les professionnels toutes armes, mais aussi dans le secourisme tactique et aussi tout ce qui est préparation mentale et optimisation du potentiel humain pour les opérateurs armés. L'idée du Symposium européen du tir professionnel, c'est de créer une rencontre en fait interprofessionnelle pour nouer des liens d'amitié entre les pros, faire découvrir des industriels qui sont définitivement tournés vers l'opérationnel. On passe un bon moment en restant sérieux, en faisant du sérieux.
Let's go.
Good. I'm happy. So there's going to be four workshops starting tomorrow.
And today is basically presentation of brands.
We'll go do something fun, shooting.
In my opinion, what I try to do is just to open as much as I can so I can bring civilian people just to accept that we can have guns and we can train. We're going to be safer on the shooting range. We're going to be better as a policeman or a military when you're going to be sent on the ground or abroad. So we can focus on different aspects of shooting and say that we can shoot faster, for instance, and green laser is no shoot. The range is hot. Stand by. Green laser. Red, red, red. Good. Green, green, green. Red. Good. Go. One. Yep, that's good. The laser stopped illuminating the target.
Yes, sir.
Kept going.
I noticed it.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
sir.
So I can record the video and I can send it back to you straight away. And you've got the graph here, so which means that you can pinpoint at which moment you made the mistake. So it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So
Yeah, that's fine, isn't it?
You have to throw it really high and far.
Okay.
And yeah, yeah, exactly.
And securely.
Yeah, over there.
Flash out.
Yep. Nice.
I just threw a simulator, all right? And it's this type of grenade that works with a blank shotgun shell.
And the interesting thing, it is not via a timer, but it has a mechanism that makes it explode on impact.
And if you do it inside, you feel the concussion from the wall. Yeah.
How many decibels is that?
That's the medium one, it's 168.
I could be outside here all day.
Effectivement, la France, c'est un endroit un peu spécial pour établir ce genre d'événement parce que c'est le seul événement en fait, de ce genre en Europe. J'ai la chance d'avoir d'excellentes relations avec les autorités françaises et tout se fait en toute transparence avec les autorités françaises. Donc voilà, j'ai beaucoup de chance en fait que ce soit les autorités locales, la préfecture ou les autorités à Paris voilà, qui ont répondu à toutes mes questions, qui m'ont accompagné dans tout le process pour monter ce genre d'événement.
So it's 8:30 and the second day, and we decided to attend the non-mandatory athletic sports portion of the workshop.
Allez les gars, allez, 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 4 minutes, sur les pompes. Ouais, bien joué. Allez, 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 1 minute 50.
Allez les gars, allez, allez, allez.
20 secondes, 20 secondes. Ouais. 10 secondes. Allez, 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 allez.
So that concludes the warm-up. Doing sports makes you enjoy shooting even more. What he said.
Everything is different every year, and everything is, in my opinion, very interesting. It's like mental preparation, for instance.
On va travailler sur l'attention, la réactivité et la mémorisation pour aujourd'hui. On va travailler un peu la privation de sens.
Now it's about self-awareness of your position within a room. They bump into something and then they have the stress hormone, cortisol. Then they have to monitor their breathing, and at the same time they're supposed to remember the layout of the room. Most people, maybe me included, we tend to think it's all about athletics, sports, and shooting. But it's a lot more, and I think it's kick-ass that they actually make this a station. It opens up your thoughts about what it takes to be a professional, right? It's not only shooting and burpees. Even most sophisticated units in the world, they use a lot of techniques from biathlon. And in order to shoot better after running, you have to prep your breathing, slow down your breathing at the end of the run. What about your breathing? The instructor is right. You have to control your breathing. So there's ice bathing. And of course it's voluntarily, but if people do it, you have to do it as well. So probably gonna bitch a lot.
Motherfucker.
It's pain. It's pure pain. Once you get out of it, it's so hot that you're burning. Dude.
Pour ce genre de test balistique, j'ai cassé à peu près 220 voitures. Ce que j'ai pu voir sur les armes de poing, c'est que le premier montant, dans 99,9% des cas, du 9 mm au 44 Magnum, ça reste dans le premier montant. Ok, ça ressort jamais de l'autre côté. Ok. Ensuite, sur les armes longues, ce que j'ai pu voir, du 22 long rifle jusqu'au 338 Magnum, c'est que ça passe dans le premier montant, ok? Et là, dans le premier montant, qu'est-ce qui se passe? On a soit la perforation du premier montant et ça vient mourir dans le deuxième, ok? Soit la perforation dans le premier montant et là, on va avoir un cône de déflexion. C'est-à-dire que le montant, il est là et ça va se fragmenter et ça va partir comme ça.
He went through all the necessary points of how ballistics behave, how bullets behave shooting through the windshield, how duty ammunition is different from full metal jacket, for example, how to work with the safety belt, how to get rid of the safety belt quickly, because it's mandatory that you get it up so you can move. There are also targets that were shoot, non-shoot, so you have to scan whether it's a bottle in his hand or a gun, and you have to process all these things rather quickly. And that's a challenging thing to do, actually, and it's also always a bit more challenging when you're around people that you look up to. Yeah, you don't want to fuck up.
Contact front!
You have a lot of instructors in the shadow, you know, they just teach in their unit and they are super good. Here we have a bunch of guys going out from unit and here to share their knowledge.
Switzerland, Belgium, Germany, France, for instance, different way of thinking, different way of doing things. The best place ever just to share all these points.
It's raising the skill of first responder, because the regular guy who is on duty on the street, he go on mission, he don't have the same training that a special unit.
I think it's good to mix everything and to take every point that works in one. Okay, that works, take it. That works, take it. I don't care if it comes from Germany or Japan, or I don't give a fuck. You know, if it works, it works.
Although I'm not in the police unit, I believe the worst thing that you could have said. Yeah, but that's the way we've always done it, right?
Right. Yeah. But it's your life, right?
Yeah,
you're the
exactly.
one who have to go through the door.
You have to do like that.
Yes.
Yeah, but okay, but it's my life.
Exactly.
If I'm doing like that, I will fucking die.
C'est le dessus. Ah bah t'es voilà. Ah j'arrive pas.
Essayer de m'incliner légèrement.
Shooting doesn't stop at night. So we are testing night vision. Nods, laser, IR laser. Joan Lara, he's giving a workshop on how to shoot with handheld light. Thermal vision. It's just a blast. Found a guy who started his company, it's called Rexagon, and he is building nods, night vision optics, night vision devices.
This one is the one we tested yesterday on the helmet.
They really made a great impression on me.
because they were just really cool to use and the imagery was really clear and they were affordable, which is also always the thing. Medical is always a thing that is a lot of information. You know some protocols. March, for example, they use it as well, but he goes very, very far into the details, and some are new because it's the first time actually that if you find, for example, a chest wound, a hole, do not automatically decide to put a chest seal on it. It's a bit controversial, but he says that latest studies have shown that a chest seal may be the cause of a pneumothorax.
This wound, that's the one I was talking about, you know. This guy came to the hospital about, I think, 10 hours later with no tension pneumothorax. Because you have a hole in the chest cavity doesn't mean that you have a hole in your lungs. So sometimes by putting one, you're going to seal the whole thing. The air is not, even with a vented chest seal, if it doesn't have like a respiratory distress,
yes,
it's not necessary to put it on because you might create one because you don't know what's going on inside.
Awesome.
I talked to some military guys from, I think it was Sweden or Denmark, and the regular soldier don't put a chest seal. They just cover it with a gauze, and then the combat medic is going to take, because he has a critical thinking about how the casualty looks like. And what's important with that information is like, if you don't have a chest seal, and the guy has an open chest wound, it doesn't mean he's going to die. But still, in the recommendation from the TCCC, you stay like this.
Okay.
Put a vented chest seal on the biggest wound.
Okay.
So that's the kind of thing.
It was the first time I heard this.
It's becoming like, it's going to change.
That's the stuff that makes the difference. Small insights, small details can be a game changer in how we work problems, how these professionals work problems. But before they become common knowledge, they need to be given into the system. Awesome.
The different experience come from the different unit they were coming from, the different background. For instance, I was in the military, I was in a special unit, but that was my past. And right now I'm going back and forth, for instance, in Africa to do anti-poaching mission. So I've got different experience right now, so I can bring on the table. In this workshop, we work on agility and mobility. And I'm really happy that in the company I've got one employee, which is called Charlotte, and she is specialized in sport, mixing it with shooting. So we work on that, mobility, agility, shooting on the move and everything. The most difficult part when shooting on a move is the management of the weight transfer. So a good shooter is able to do that. Boom, whatever he does. Boom, whatever he does. Straight on the target. Ready? Stand by. Sight. Good job. 187.
I believe, and even after the 3 days where I learned a lot, these are all like-minded people. They're professionals in every way, they're passionate in every way, they are open-minded, and they gather to transfer knowledge and to evolve. We always talk about the next generation of shooters, but the next generation does not mean the young people in particular. It means open-minded people. It's not an age thing, it's a mindset. It's the beginning of a long trip and we still have so much work to do. Because the whole magazine's idea is to put the people behind the business in focus. So honestly, I don't know where it's going, but it's going. Maybe that's the most important thing, to keep momentum. Just keep meeting people, keep working. It's much like shooting, actually. You just have to keep at it.
Put the shoulder under the water.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You look good. You touch my talala.
Various people trying to teach like this. Sorry for my English.
Did you look into those ones?
Yes, sir. I broke it first and then...
Yeah, no, I understood.
You're like, you have it? I have it.
Jetzt ist die Kamera aus.
Yes.